Hey everyone, Optimus Tom here. Welcome to Cardboard and Coffee, where we talk about a magic topic in the amount of time it takes me to brew my morning coffee. So let's get brewing two different ways. The coffee I'm making today was one I got while in Japan over the winter from Coffee Amalia. It's a blend named Lollipop, which beans originate from Ethiopia, half of them processed anaerobically, naturally, and half of them washed. It was roasted in Singapore, and it gives off a nice strawberry candy and cacao flavors to complement the medium body. I like my coffees a bit darker on roast, so I do a 1:12 ratio for a medium coffee like this one. 20 grams of coffee means 220 grams of water, or roughly 8 ounces. Shout out to my brother-in-law for booking a tasting at Coffee Amalia, and check out their site to do so in the description link below. Now that the coffee's all ground up, let's get into the details about our topic we're going to be talking about today, which is something I saw on the Pioneer subreddit not that long ago, which was comparing the Nadu combo in Modern to Amalia combo in Pioneer. So this is obviously a topic I could talk about for a ton of time, but I'm just going to do it in the 3 minutes that it takes me to brew my AeroPress coffee right here. So I'm going to get that started up with my hot water before it gets too cold, and then we'll jump right into talking about Nadu and Amalia. So let's just start the timer and great. So this couldn't be farther from my opinion on the matter whatsoever. Obviously, I'm not of the opinion that Amalia or really anything should be touched in Pioneer during RCQ season, but comparing the two types of decks is just kind of ludicrous. Amalia is a minimum 3-piece combo that is easily disruptible by cards like Fatal Push or Torch the Tower or Play with Fire if you get to it fast enough, which is just something that the Nadu combo doesn't give a window of opportunity for modern players to kind of do, even with the powered up removal that you wind up having in Modern. Nadu, in and of itself, is a combo enabler and just requires one more card like Shuko or the Outriders and Core in order to enable the ability to draw through your deck. Now, while Amalia looks like it's drawing through its deck, it's actually just exploring, so you're only actually putting lands into your hand, and you kind of have to wait for an untap to deal with whatever's on top of your library, or hope that you find like a Rally the Ranks and then survive your Amalia being killed or interacted with or something like that. There's also the fact that the Nadu deck doesn't necessarily draw games as easily when your opponent has the onus on them as Amalia does. A Boros Heroic player can just monstrous rage in Amalia right before it blows up the world, and all of a sudden you have to shuffle up and start the game all over again, which in and of itself is a reason a lot of people want the Amalia combo banned, but isn't a reason to compare it to the Nadu deck. The Nadu deck at some point in time winds up becoming a deterministic kill. This, of course, is after you've gone through your initial Nadu shenanigans and you basically have the ability to loop through the lands that you choose to put back in your deck by sacrificing them with Sylvan Safekeeper, drawing the extra land and an Odawara, and then like bouncing away your opponent's entire board. So your opponent literally cannot do anything to interact with you, and eventually you just untap and win the game, or could just win the game right there if you have a Bristly Bill activation available for you. So the Nadu deck has a deterministic kill and is extremely difficult to interact with, especially once it starts going, which gives it a higher power level and kind of more of a reason why I personally think something from it should kind of kick the bucket in Modern before Modern Horizons 3 kind of makes a lot of people disenfranchised with the format. Whereas the Amalia combo, it's not deterministic. You can interact with it. It does not immediately win the game, and unless they find an Aetherflux Reservoir, which is a one of in their deck of 60, they're not able to untap, cast it, and then just kill you, meaning you have to do it two different things. It's also a combo that requires multiple cards in order to pull off, and while both of them wind up having Court of Calling, it's really easy to kind of confuse these sorts of creature, toolboxy, tutory decks that combo off with one another, when one of them is very clearly more problematic than the other one. And the power level of the format in Modern, not able to deal with that, that's a big reason why the Nadu deck is way worse than Amalia. Well, that's the timer here, so that's all the time that we have to talk about this. I need to go drink my coffee, and everybody else, if you want more content like this, some metagame analysis, deck techs, or other Magic content from me, you can tap that subscribe button and learn some more. Enjoy the Shuko band later. Tastes like salty opponents.